Hey there, ligaments and tendons. Now today's video, like a lot of my recent content, is gonna be an odd one, because today I'd like to talk about a book I just read. Yeah, that's right, I read books. But even if you don't, stick around, cause you just might learn something interesting. Now the book I'll be talking about today is Retro Gaming, a bite-sized history of video games by Mike Diver. And if you've got any interest at all in the early to mid history of video games and the games that have helped mold the medium into what it is today, then I'd absolutely recommend giving this book a read. Now, I personally picked up this copy at a used bookstore for about $6 and probably got a solid 4-hour read out of it. It covers everything from gaming's earliest home consoles like the Atari 2600, through Nintendo and Sega's console wars, all the way up to the 6th generation of game consoles like the Xbox, PlayStation 2, and GameCube. It also gives some details on the most important games from each console, and even some of the more obscure ones, like the Amiga 1000 home computer from 1985. It also provides some illustrations for each console and game, which helps for those who prefer a visual reference, or are curious about what the gameplay from some of those older games may have looked like. And beyond all that, this book also provides some interesting trivia, which I marked down here, such as... Did you know that while Nintendo had to be vigilant to ensure SNES shipments did not fall into criminal hands, the company's earliest success actually owes a lot to the Yakuza? Back in 1889, when Nintendo was founded, the Hanafuda, or flower cards it produced, were popular in the gambling dens run by the Yakuza. The best players in these Hanafuda parlors would regularly demand new cards for each game. Nintendo made a healthy turnover from the shady shenanigans of criminal socializing. So the next time you see Mario or Link, pause for a second and give thanks to some very bad people indeed for helping bring them into existence. As well as the fact that the team responsible for making Worms got their start on a game called Alien Breed, which was a total ripoff of James Cameron's Aliens film. Also, in this bit about Resident Evil, they mentioned that it's a TV series? Now I looked this up, and in fact, yes, Resident Evil is going to be coming to Netflix as 2 different TV series. Apparently a live-action one, maybe sometime in 2022, and an animated one in 2021 called Resident Evil Infinite Darkness. So I'm actually pretty interested to see what that animated one looks like, so you might see a video coming out about that sometime later this year, maybe. If it actually ever appears, that is. Aside from that, I also learned that there's apparently going to be a Halo show, but as it's only going to be featuring on Paramount Plus, you'll never see a video on it. Because I like Halo, but I don't care for Paramount Plus. Anyway, did you also know that apparently Tomb Raider was actually originally on the Sega Saturn? I didn't know that either. It's weird to think that one of PlayStation's original flagship titles actually came out on a different platform first. Something about that just struck me as odd and slightly humorous. Now, there were a few minor errors I noticed in the book, such as one instance in which they messed up Master Chief's numbering, referring to him as John 177 instead of John 117. They also misspelled soldier once. They spelled it Soldier. But other than that, I found it a nicely condensed and informative read, with a nice hardcover binding, and portable size, and for only about $15 on Amazon, or even less used on other sites, I'd say it makes for a pretty damn good read. Or maybe even a nice gift if you have a friend or you know someone who's interested in retro gaming. Anyhow, that's gonna be about it for me today, folks, but as I'm trying to put out at least one of these random videos a month, I'm sure you'll hear from me again soon. But for now, much love and respect. James C. Drone, signing off.